So if you have an Excel 1 or 2 from Leesure Lite or SLT or SunLite Trailers, this video is for you. If you haven't come across a different way to protect the top of your railing or rack when you're camping, I have some good ideas for you folks. Last season was my first year, and like most of you, I did the famous pool noodle, which honestly worked pretty good. But I have to confess that when you open the lid, it doesn't stay open 100%. It's not level. It usually is a little bit up because the thickness of the pool noodle, right? And I don't think it's a major issue. It's just the fact that because it's not level, it might put more stress onto the fiberglass, which is not good. And it's 2 more pieces that you need to carry and put inside of the camper when you're going out and about. So I was looking for a better way to do it, a cleaner way to do it that I don't have to put on and off all the time. And full disclosure, this idea is not mine. Johnny from Lees-Ure was the one that showed some pictures a few months ago and gave me the idea to go after. So I bought the clear plastic tubing. I'll show you guys where I bought it, how much I paid. I'm gonna put all the references down below and some pictures here on the top. But buying the tubing and the cable ties was really the easiest part. The hardest part was how to cut it. So this is what this video is all about. So without further ado, let's give her. Hello YouTube land, I'm Eddie and this is my channel Windy Therapy. This is where I share my love for motorcycle riding, camping and some outdoor adventures. So perhaps if you're new here, please consider subscribing. If you're not, welcome back. So let's go, let's dive into it. So there are different ways to cut it. I'm gonna show you some ideas. It doesn't mean these are the only ones, but these are the ones I tried. So the first one was, of course, trying the famous and easy utility knife, but honestly wasn't sharp enough to cut this thicker plastic tubing. So, hold and behold, I went to the tin snips. The tin snips actually works, but it will take 2 days to cut it. So I decided to man up and get some power tools. So I went to my angle grinder. So I put a cutting disc, which did the job, but using an angle grinder, you're not only just cutting, but you're removing material. So the thickness of the blade was being removed from the plastic tubing, and that wasn't good either. I spent 2 weeks thinking about a better way. I thought about using a table saw, but that wouldn't work either, because the same problem as the angle grinder, the table saw would remove material, and that's not what I want. I just want to cut it. So a few weeks went by. I did ask several friends. Some suggested a Dremel tool, which would work. I just don't have one. Until my neighbor yesterday came over and suggested using this handy dandy tool. This is a pipe cutter or a tube cutter, and this blade is very, very sharp. And this is the one that actually worked the best. So I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna put the plastic tubing here. I'm gonna show you how I did it safely. I wanna make sure you guys don't get hurt. And I'm gonna show you at the end how the final installation will look like. So let's go. So this is how the plastic tubing is gonna come. It comes in a 10 feet section, which you can cut in half. So you're gonna have 2 sections of 5 feet, but all you need is about 4.5. So how to cut this stuff safely? I found the best way is to stretch it onto this tube and use some clamps to keep it in place. And I'm gonna show you how it looks like. This cut doesn't need to be 100% straight. No, try your best, but don't get stressed out if it's not 100% straight, because this cut is gonna be under the tubing, so nobody is gonna be able to see it. I use the rack in the bottom as my guide. And see, it cuts really, really nicely. This blade is very, very sharp, so if you use something like this, please be careful. And always keep your hands away from the blade. And there you have it. That's how it looks like after putting the tubing all the way across with some cable ties. And I believe it worked pretty darn good. It's gonna do a good job as intended. So I hope you guys like it. I hope this video was helpful somehow. If you do have any questions, please put the questions in the comment area down below. And until next time, folks, be good, be safe, and let's keep the rubber side down. Peace.